says on air. What a dream. Your mic on? Is it? Hear me now. Yes, you can hear me now. All right, this is great. Look at this crowd, man. All these Kerrverts and Newverts and you name it. First off, we want to thank the Mucky Duck. This is the second year in a row that they're hosting this show. It's a big deal to the festival to do this, and it's all because you came out to see the show. So real quick, the Kerrville Grassy Hill New Folk competition from 2023 was held last year on Memorial Weekend. These are the 6 winners out of hundreds of entries. So you're guaranteed to have a lot of good music tonight. These people have really, really worked hard to hone their craft, and now they're here going to perform for you, and they're all going to be famous in no time. I'm going to try to introduce them as best I can. Byron James is right behind me. Barbara Jarrell, Katie Boak, Olivia Ellen Lloyd. She's got 3 names, 2 female names and a male name. That's cool. And then we have Jack Summers over here, and his dad's here. Jack's dad, that's really cool. And on the end there, we have Flamey Grant. So, again, enjoy yourselves, support these people, and have a good time.
Yeah. It's my first time in Houston. Oh. But I'm going to open up the night with a song from the Mesquite Rodeo years ago, where my Aunt Wanda married a rodeo clown. This song is called Rodeo Clown. They say he comes from somewhere down in Texas, where the Rio Grande's rolling every day. He works with broncos and cowboys for a living, and laughs at all the blows that come his way. He's got one eye on the ladies while he's bouncing around with a bramer named Shady. Every bone in his body's been broken, but he wakes up in the morning for the rodeo. Antonio, highway blues for the rodeo clown. He's got a friend up north in the Tennessee mountains. He's 42, but he's never been counting. And when that Sunday comes, he takes the blue-eyed women for some fishing and a swimming, making time with the rodeo clown. Yodelady-o, listen to the fella on the radio, talking about the people from the rodeo. Everybody knows it's 8 o'clock sharp on a Saturday night. Maybe he shouldn't go down there tonight. The doctor said you better stop fooling around. You find yourself hanging out under the ground. It's a true story. Strolling along from the parking lot trailer, face paint smiling like a shore leaf sailor. The steel guitar and the band on the grandstand floating like a feather, holding everything together. One more time for the rodeo clown. Yodelady-o, listen to the fella on the radio, talking about the people from the rodeo. Everybody knows it's 8 o'clock sharp on a Saturday night. Yodelady-o, listen to the fella on the radio, talking about the people from the rodeo. Everybody knows it's 8 o'clock sharp on a Saturday night. Yeah, thank you.
Well, in order to be here with y'all tonight, and thank you for having us, each of us had to submit 2 songs that were the ones that afforded us this luxury. And this is one of the ones I submitted. Not particularly full, not particularly bright, not particularly low or high tonight. It just particularly puts me in mind of you. And I have to say, that's not particularly new. You're not particularly shy, not particularly coy, not particularly easy to read, but I enjoy that we don't particularly share a point of view. You make me crazy, that's not particularly new. It's chemical treason, defying all reason. It's kept it going all this while. In spite of the distance, I have no resistance. I'm helpless when you smile. That's not particularly cool, not particularly smart. These aren't particularly words that would pass for art. And though I don't know exactly what I should do, I'm sentimental about it. That's not particularly new. It's hard to explain, and that's particularly you.
What day is it? Tuesday? Tuesday. We've been on the road for a few days. This is our 4th show. We've been playing house concerts, our first kind of real venue. So super happy to be here. Yeah, thank y'all for coming. It's been so much fun, so inspiring, and yeah, we're all hanging in. I'm gonna do one I haven't done yet on the tour. This is called Till Somebody Better Comes Along. You're not in it for love. You're not in So I guess I'll go on letting you do me wrong till somebody better comes along. Yes, I guess I'll go on letting you do me wrong till somebody better comes along. Time and again you reel me in, then you toss me in the river with your hook in my skin. If I don't know my worth, then you don't know the cost, and I'm just another gamble that you never lost. So I guess I'll go on letting you do me wrong till somebody better comes along. Yes, I guess I'll go on letting you do me wrong till somebody better comes along. Till somebody better comes along. Till somebody better comes along. Thank you.
Wow. Can I get another drink, please? Oh my God. I hadn't heard that one yet. Jeez, Katie. God, I'm going to call my therapist after this. Hi. I'm Olivia Ellen Lloyd. I'm from a small town in West Virginia. I like to think of West Virginia as the Texas of the Northeast. Well, we seceded, but from the South, you know. We're a little rebellious up there. Similarly, I'm going to play, and much like Byron, I have never been to Houston before, although he's had a few more chances than I have, I think, in this lifetime. We're actually the same age. I just got a lot of Botox. I typically play with bands. I'm addicted to playing with bands, and I was raised by something of a wily deadhead. This is his guitar. And so I don't usually play this song in writer's rounds because it's kind of intended to have a lot of space in it for a musician to really go to town in that empty space. But I feel like this is the right crowd to imagine just like a sick guitar solo and all that open space. And this song is sort of my coal miner's daughter. This is a little bit about me, so you can learn a lot about me in this song. It's called Naughty Wood with two T's. The way I say it is naughty wood, which makes it sound like it's wood that's been misbehaving. But what I really mean is naughty pine, you know, that stuff on walls. Before I start, Bones. Bones was my maternal grandfather, and Nani was my paternal grandmother. And they are I think, the grandparents I identify with the most. Let's try that again. Bones was born out in the country, so he bought a place downtown. Train wheels rumbling in every room of that old house. Bones' daddy was a dreamer. He wasn't good at making hay. He once dreamt he built a roller coaster all out of West Virginia clay. But that house is someone away, and the place out in the country, it gives Walter every day. Who says memories can't be bought? We always sold ours for song. Don't other people's lives look good when you paint over the pain and naughty wood? charm farm. Oh, but they never let her fly. See, Nani's brother died a young man, and her mama knew that pain. She saw that pillbox hat and them silver wings, and she said, no, I can't do all that again. So Nani found herself a pilot, and they raised her family. After the war, well, he stopped flying. She kept it all up in her dreams. Who says memories can't be bought? We always sold ours for a song. Well, other people's lives look good when you paint over the pain and naughty wood. When you paint over the pain and naughty wood. It goes on for a while here, but we'll just stop it too. My hometown is full of strangers, and this city's feeling small. I'm getting stares from all the neighbors, like they know I won't be here long. Who says memories can't be bought? Been renting yours out for a song. Don't other people's lives look good when you paint over the pain and naughty wood? When you paint over the pain and naughty wood? When you paint over the pain and naughty wood?
Hello. Hi, Dad. Howdy, we say down here. My name's Jack Summers, and I should have tuned my guitar. I also play my father's guitar. It seems as though he's come back to get it. So I was born in Missouri, but if I have any choice in the matter, I will die in Kansas. They have a better hospital there, and I really want them to give it the old college try. They also have a better state motto, ad astra per aspera, to the stars through hardships. And that sounds a lot better than show me, which just sounds non-consensual. So I wrote this song. It's called Ad Astra. I'm leaving tomorrow for a date with the stars in the world's fastest hot air balloon. Keep the George Strait cassette tape I left in your car, 'cause I won't be back anytime soon. And buy cheap libations from the Texaco station off of southbound I-35, and come bid adieu to the man you once knew as I set off on the ride of my life. Per aspera, ad astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. Per aspera, ad astra, our problems look small from up here. My vessel will fly through these October skies to give me an aerial view from the Sea of Japan to the Grand Coulee Dam. Sayonara, my terrestrial blues. And I'll turn the page on the wars that we waged as I float on lighter than air, and remember you best in that blue satin dress as you dance through Lafayette Square. Per Aspra, at Astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. Per Aspra, at Astra, our problems look small from up here. So I'm thankful for my worst mistakes. They're the ones that brought me here. And every time my heart did break, my journey got a little more clear. Per Aspra, at Astra, I'm a propane-propelled pioneer. Per Aspra, at Astra, our problems look small from up here. And one day the wind will blow me back again, and I'll slowly float down from the moon. And I'll see you with bells and a story to tell from the world's fastest hot air balloon.
Hey, Mucky Duck. Hello, Houston. It is also my. That's how it goes. Let's try this one. There's been wine left at my feet. Let's hope I make it through this song without kicking it over so that I can drink it right after. I'm Flamey Grant, and I regret to inform you that they are allowing drag queens into Kerrville now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. There is a gay agenda, and you are looking at it. We will not be satisfied until you're all covered in glitter and sequins. Actually, no, you gotta love a songwriting contest that both Byron James and Flamey Grant can win, right? Like, but don't be deceived, because Byron is the only other person on this stage wearing sequins right now. Did you catch the shoes? Did you catch the shoes, darling? Yeah, do not be deceived. Well, I guess I should sing a song for you. Does that sound appropriate? Is that a good idea? My Appalachian guitar is not used to this Texas air. Hey, that sounds pretty good. This is called Fortune Teller. I'm a medium, I'm a fortune teller. I know every word you're gonna say. I'm a headstrong, lifelong city dweller. I can take you where we're going by the fastest way. We're gonna be okay. I travel time, I'm here from the future. I can show you how this all turns out. I can save you with the data in my computer. We can flourish in the flood and avoid the drought. Yeah, we're gonna make it out. You feel it in your bones. I got a method and a measure for observable, reliable, repeatable fact. I'm a decorated educator in the field of pleasure. I've learned a lot of lessons I can reenact. Yeah, I've been keeping track. The sense that I am true. Prophetess, singing my story, a dressed up, effervescent, ethical fraud. But this world ain't ready for an allegory, no. We're still waiting on a literal God. I just smile and nod. You have intuition. Thank you.
Years ago, I lived in Wichita, Kansas, and there's a wonderful little bar there called the Artichoke, if anybody's ever been there. Last I heard, they're still open. But they hosted live music, and so I was there on a Saturday to set up my gear in the afternoon, and they had just hired this waitress who was absolutely beautiful. And she came up to me and hit on me. I thought, wait, what's going on? Well, I was married at the time, and so I did the right thing, and I said no, but it did, kind of make me think. But anyway, this is, and the Artichoke, in the song, I call the place the Choke and Smoke, because that was before they banned cigarette smoking. Gotta get off on the next train, scuffing a hole in my shoe. Gotta get off on the next train before I get off on you. Off on you. Met her down at the Choke and Smoke, met her down at the bar. Gotta get out of that Choke and Smoke before she goes too far. Goes too far. Her willful gaze came after me, and I had to turn and run before my passion conquered me and turned into a revelry of instant fatal fun. And the nights die early in the middle city skylight, making the magic of the morning slip away. driving on down that road. Gotta make sure that Cadillac is prime and ready to roll. Ready to roll. Truck stopping interstate, Highway 99. Making my way through Tennessee, driving on down that line, down that line. I never thought it would have bothered me, so I never let it show. Taking time to counterfeit some feelings that you won't forget till everything is closed. Being kind to the waitress in the Cafe El Domingo. As long as people tip her, she's as happy as can be. Stomping radio, chugging those country blues. Roulette ride on a black state road, heater on my shoes, on my shoes. Gotta get out of that foggy rain, find my exit sign. Nodding off on the other lane, waking up just in time, just in time. I never thought it would have bothered me, so I never let it show. Taking time to counterfeit some feelings that you won't forget till everything is closed. Being kind to the waitress in the Cafe El Domingo. As long as people tip her, she's as happy as can be.
Check this real quick. For all those people that told me I'd never make it for my procrastination, my response is, you just wait. We're getting to know each other on this trip. And it's really pretty wonderful. The idea that we get to travel around, play songs that we wrote, and get paid for that. Wow. And the audiences that come out to hear this kind of music, original music, are so much different than those that just go to cover clubs. Y'all actually listen, right? Go figure. Well, on the stage, you will find that you are taken from A to B. And when you turn around, you will find out that from A to B, you've already cycled through the alphabet. We're getting to know each other a little bit better. I know that Flamey is a fabulous driver. I know that Jack looks really sweet when he's sleeping. I know that Olivia Ellen is a fabulous organizer. I know that Katie sounds just this beautiful when she wakes up in the morning. Her voice is just that clear. First thing, it's not fair. You know? And I know that Byron really likes to get to know people, and he loves to listen. So, you know, he can put out a shingle, and if anybody has complaints, they can go talk to Byron after this. This is a song that I probably should have stopped writing when I first put it together. But I've been writing it for 42 years. It goes through a different version every time I play it, just about. Like on this trip, I've done 3, but I'm going to go back to the version that's actually on my CD. Could you please help me find something I misplaced? Seems I saw it last on a stranger's face, like sunlight through the rain. I saw that look, the soul intact. I knew it well and I wanted it back. Chasing after rainbows, I strung luck along. Mostly got more than I gave. Is that so wrong? I know that I have been fortunate, but where in the world is that part of me that had all the answers and felt so free? The moon, I'll hitchhike to the moon. Open up my heart again, talk with my reflective friend. There beyond the weight of all the world, I'll find my way back home to this old girl. Maybe I like things with less gravity. No one's saying how things have to be. I'll rise up past the atmosphere, head straight for the shuttle's run, display my sign and stick out my thumb. The moon, I'll hitchhike to the moon. Open up my heart again, talk with my reflective friend. There beyond the weight of all the world, I'll find my way back home to this old girl. I'll find my way back home to this old girl. Thank you.
Oh, I love songwriting so much. It's really just been so wonderful to just hear about everybody's stories and learn more about them through their words, but also through their songs, and to just think about how we've all come here. Barbara, what was the number you said? You asked us all how long we'd been writing. It's a collective of what, 140 years or so? 182 years of songwriting up here, so that's pretty exciting. Yeah. I'm so grateful for Kerrville. I feel like I just kind of stumbled upon it last year, and it was wildly affirming, but also totally intimidating, and felt like, oh man, I gotta go home and like write more songs. So this is a new one that I think I've written a lot about relationships and kind of first person, narrative, and so I think my guitar went down kind of quite a bit in the monitor. Oh, we lost all the wedges, it sounds like. I'm not getting anything on stage, Ethan. But if y'all can, okay, there we go. We're back. Thank you. But yeah, it's been fun to kind of hear other people and how they write and explore other points of view. So, yeah. Cable's a little weird. I don't mind doing it. Okay, that's okay. He'd been drinking Jack Daniels all afternoon. His sordid behavior was nothing new. He had his way with her whenever he wanted to. She'd been saving a can of kerosene for a day when he was especially mean. Said a silent goodbye to the house she'd so carefully cleaned. She watched as she lost everything. It took her so many years to acquire, but her peace of mind, her pride, and her dignity were the three things she saved from the fire. Well, you can't really burn a bad memory, and she had so many, you'd have a hard time believing the look of relief on her face as the flames were consuming. She watched as she lost everything. It took her so many years to acquire, but her peace of mind, her pride, and her dignity were the three things she saved from the fire. There's no amount of material things that could make her go back to the life she was living. She'd rather be humble, poor and alone, than a bird in a cage who's never known freedom. So she watched as she lost everything. It took her so many years to acquire, but her peace of mind, her pride, and her dignity were the three things she saved from the fire. Yes, her peace of mind, her pride, and her dignity were the three things she saved from the fire.
I'm just having such a nice time tonight. Hi. Some of my favorite songwriters are Texas songwriters, actually. Guy Clark is really up there for me, maybe number one. And I wrote this next song. It's a love song. It's only downhill from here, folks. I just got the one. And I wrote it when I was really deep in his catalog. And I was so excited. And I asked my mom, because my dad was a big John Prine fan. I was like, did y'all ever get into Guy Clark? And she was like, no, I don't really know his music. And I sent her Magnolia Wind, which I sang at a friend's wedding, which is how I got down into the rabbit hole in the first place. And then Anyhow I Love You, which is, I think, my favorite love song. And she went, oh, Olivia, these are just so maudlin for love songs. And I said, well. And then I wrote this one. So it was sort of in that mode, it'll run right through your conscience like a raging prairie fire. And when I saw you at the bar with your eyes boring into me, I knew I was a goner. I knew where I had to be. Never wanted anyone like I want you. And just because I never tell you doesn't mean that it ain't true. Never wanted anything like I want this. Honey, what do we do with this beautiful man? I'm not worrying about sex, baby, it's sleeping next to you. 'Cause I cannot control the way my sleeping body moves. And ever since I was a young girl, man, I had all these bad dreams. So I shiver and I shake, but don't you worry about me. Never wanted anyone like I want you. And just because I never tell you doesn't mean that it ain't true. Never wanted anything like I want this. Honey, what do we do with this beautiful man? And I'm not afraid of dying, no, it's growing old. Forgetting who I am, or regretting the path I chose. So if it's all the same to you, how bad we take it day by day, we can always draw 'em out if we begin to lose our way. Never wanted anyone like I want you. And just because I never tell you doesn't mean that it ain't true. Never wanted anything like I want this. Honey, what do we do with this beautiful man?
Well, that's like following an Animal Act on Carson. which is something my dad says, which makes him sound about 20 years older than he actually is. And the truth is, there is no safe act to follow on this stage. We're all animal acts. I wrote this next song after going to a Steve Earle concert with my dad, actually. And coincidentally, I was listening to a lot of Guy Clark at the time, which is where I got the line about the train smashing a coin. So there you go, stolen. This song's about a town in West Virginia that lived and died on coal. I used to go down and put a penny on those tracks, run up to the general store, come back and find it flat. Now I just find ways to fade it all to black, 'cause the next train out of Danville ain't ever coming back. First they took our money, and then they sold our soul, 'cause the only thing we ever learned was how to dig for coal. Grandpa's in the ground here where I dreamed of growing old. Now there ain't no place in Danville that makes it feel like home. There used to be something to live for, a paycheck at the end of the week. The the American dream was never more than a house down by Hewitt's Creek. There used to be ballrooms and ball games and nights on the Summersville shore, a bar where everyone knew my name. But Danville ain't the same anymore. No, Danville ain't the same anymore. Now Mama, she got cancer, she's losing all her hair, and Daddy doesn't talk, it's like he isn't even there. I tried to look for work, but I'd rather kick the chair, 'cause those bastards at the coal mine had me breathing poison air. There used to be something to live for, a union full of hard-working men. Now they don't need us anymore, and it's likely that they never will again. There used to be long lines of coal trains shipping out to power our war, a lover who'd softly say my name. But Danville ain't the same anymore. No, Danville ain't the same anymore. There used to be something we could leave behind. We've only left our children to live on borrowed time. Stole for generations, but never charged for crimes. Oh, everywhere is Danville when the waters start to rise. There used to be something to live for, like breathing in that cool mountain air, a forest full of dogwoods and sycamores, but we burned it all before you got there. There used to be hope for the future, but we ran all them rivers dry. Now no one even knows for sure if we got what it takes to survive. If we got what it takes to survive. If we got what it takes to survive.
Coming soon to a Great American Songbook near you. Am I right? Let me see. We're going to do a brief intermission after the... Oh, we're going straight through tonight, baby. Great. Straight through. So, 4 rounds. 4 rounds. So, 2 more after this. I was clearly paying attention earlier. I will say real quickly that we do all have merch of some sort back there on a teeny tiny little table in the hallway, okay? So don't all rush it at once. You'll get stuck in the hallway. But I think we're all good with honor system, right? We've all got QR codes up there, so you can just pay whoever with a QR code, or if you have cash, just tuck it under that person's merch. And thank you for your support. We appreciate it very much. I no longer am in the dating pool, thankfully, because it sucks. Anyone currently in that scene right now? You're all spoken for, or happily single? That's good too. That's very good too. It's been a few years for me, but when I was in the dating pool, the part that was hard for me was, well, all of it, but the part that was hardest was hiding all your red flags for as long as you possibly could until they just, start popping out on date 4, 5, 6, and then the person kind of gets a better sense of who you really are. So I decided I was very tired of that cycle, and I would just go ahead and write a song with all of my red flags right there. I could sing it on the first date with really intense eye contact. And then I could be like, well, what do you think? This is called Take a Chance on Me. Let me tell you honestly that I do tell lies. There's nobody I hate and just a few I despise. Well, I'm a really good listener till you realize that everything you're saying makes me roll my eyes. I got the demeanor of a goddamn saint. I'm happy to help out until I suddenly ain't. I never act ugly unless I get hungry. And let's face it, I am hungry every second of the day. I'm kinda hungry right now. There's a chicken pot pie back there waiting for me. You'll never find someone who's more self-aware unless you look anywhere else. No one will ever know a love as big as the love that I have for myself. I never make it easy, but I just might be what you didn't know you need. If you feel lucky, take a chance on me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now I do not make promises I cannot keep, so everything's a maybe. We'll have to wait and see. If you throw a party, I might come, but I'm sorry, I will never share the status of my RSVP. Oh yeah, definitely might be there. I'm a patient lover unless I finish first, and I expect you to finish me if the roles are reversed. I maintain the mystery of my sexual history, cause both of my exes might tell you I am the worst. But can you really trust someone who walked away from all this? I could be everything you're dreaming of if all of your dreams are nightmares. Ask anyone, they'll say I'm the perfect catch if you like making lots of repairs. You're feeling just a little bored, what are you waiting for? I might be the missing key. If you feel lucky, take a chance on me. Yeah. Two things I could improve, like that funny looking mole that I should probably remove. But if you haven't heard it, baby, nobody's perfect. So besides your self-respect, what have you got to lose? Life's not a teenage TV show where all your wildest dreams are in reach. If you're having trouble finding your AC Slater, would you maybe settle for Screech? The thing is that you never know where a road might go. Could be better than where you've been. If you feel reckless, take me for a spin. You might feel disinclined, but keep in mind there are no guarantees. If you feel lucky, take a chance on me. Oh, baby, take a chance on me. Thank you.
They'll put me in the paper tomorrow as the guy that followed Flamey Grant. Anyway, I see some boomers out there. I'm a boomer. We had good music back then. The Beatles, the Stones, Jimi Hendrix, all those people. I remember waking up the morning after John Lennon was killed, and I cried. It was like I lost a big brother. But When George died, I actually wrote a song for him. It's called Fragrance of a Tune.
Said all things must pass, then you flew away. You've got water on your wings, you have silver in your veins, and hope you're doing well. All the madness that your weary eyes have seen, time to toss the bones, burden them no more. You have seen beyond the wall, you have touched the other shore, and hope you found your way. Steeped in stillness and the glow of inner light, the snaring of illusion in reflections of the moon never could desanctify the fragrance of a tune. The light that shines within us all forevermore. Thanks for all you gave, we'll bother you no more. Millions cry with open arms, it was hard to close the door. You've honored all the world, the songs inscribed inside the souls of generations. Snaring of illusion in reflections of the moon never could desanctify the fragrance of a tune. The light that shines within us all forevermore. The light that shines within us all forevermore. The light that shines within us all forevermore. Thank you.
Y'all having fun? Well, that's about to stop. I discovered today that I am the eldest on this trip. You would think that would mean something, and I think it just means I'm obsolete. No. But I'm certainly not the boss. I mean, after all, we do have a queen with us. But, you know, time changes a lot of things. And this is the second song that I submitted to Kerrville that afforded me this delightful opportunity. And they changed the rules. Once upon a time, the rules were that you had to submit songs that you had written within the last 18 months. And they took that rule away. And this is actually a song that 30 years ago I had submitted, but I think I broke some other rules in the admission, so I have no idea whether it would have been taken to heart at that point or not. Part of my life that's important, a part that too easily slips away, keeps me at night by a small reading light with a ream full of things left to say. I'm sorry my folks don't understand me, and I'm sorry old friends are still slaves. I'm sorry I'm so disappointing to those who can't see how much courage this takes. And it keeps me at night by a small reading light with a will that's compelled to go on, reaching for minds well ahead of their times, so the sadness can leave my song. Outside on the steps where I sit between pacing, my chin and my heart in my hand, a bird flying by leaves a tear in my eye for the dream still asleep in the sand. I have friends with power and money, and while some of our dreams sound the same, I have friends who don't have a bed or a coat, so I stand in between in the rain, like a leaf that let go and got caught in a web, is suspended just feet from the ground. I can't stop the wind or start over again, even if half the world's looking down. What kind of world curses a girl and tells her she's less than a man? And what kind of truth turns on a youth whose life doesn't work out according to plan? Maybe I spread my umbrellas in the midst of electrical storms. I'm happier there on a wing and a prayer than seduced into sleep where it's warm. Too often good hearts become jaded, and the jade in their eyes turns to gold. To prove themselves right, they abandon the fight, right along with the vision they sold. And it keeps me at night by a small reading light, or in front of the world with my prayer that those who survive the inherited lies can help others to freedom out there. Like a leaf on the wind all at once left suspended, alone for the turbulent ride. I can't join the rest to retire in the grass without sharing my piece of the sky.
I just want to take a minute and tell you, Barbara, that it's such a pleasure to have you on this tour with us, and your songs touch me so deeply every night, and I hope you never feel obsolete, and I think in general as a culture we should all be paying more attention to the wise women of this world, to the elder women of this world. I'm going to do one of my Kerrville songs. This is the first single I put out on a record a year ago called Calico that I just found out won the best album of the Indie Acoustic Project singer-songwriter category, so that's pretty cool. It's called Over Again. Pieces of myself that I've withheld inside some secret sky. All the feelings I forgot I felt are melting in the morning light. And I know better than to dwell upon a history I can't rewrite. Time is a cruel, cruel thing until you see it all in hindsight. So would you do it over again? There ain't no second chances, but you can't pretend you wouldn't do it different if you could do it over again. You said it would take losing me for you to be the one I choose. A hopeless warning though, and you don't know the worth of what you stand to lose. And I could feel my heart descending into fires of the deepest blue. I was burning at the stake, and that was never good enough for you. So would you do it over again? There ain't no second chances for a happy end. Nothing left to make except amends, 'cause love's another story and you can't pretend you wouldn't do it different if you could do it over again. Story, and you can't pretend you wouldn't do it different if you could do it over. I wouldn't do it different if I could do it over again. Thank you.
So groovy always. Always want to move my hips around. Well, y'all may not know this, but this is the middle way. This is the second show of. Wait, I have a mute. Why am I doing this? I don't have to live this way. This is the middle ground. This is the fourth of 8 shows that we're all playing together, so we're getting to know each other's music pretty well. Though I've heard some new ones tonight, which is so fun. We're getting fun with it a little bit. I'm not going to play a new one, but I will give you a new introduction. The introduction to this song, as always, my divorce lawyer advises me that to disclaim that this is a work of fiction. It goes off pretty well. But it's really spicier than that. This really is mostly a work of fiction. We never lived in a cinder block house, or in a little house on cinder block foundation. That was my sister and her starter husband. So everybody gets one. I am funny, thank you. Gave it up without much of a fight. I wish that we could say we tried our best. And now I'm packing up what's left of my old life. Why don't you find somebody else to haul the rest? A little house on cinder block foundation, someone brought in on a flatbed years ago. Well, all that trouble started right after we moved in, but it'd been brewing for a while. Behind every good man, there's a woman who's tired, keeping the lights on and putting out your fires. And if that is all you wanted now, well, if anyone would do, go on and find someone as desperate as you. I wasn't taught to covet fancy things. Bar, then you know it's secondhand. And so I'll gladly give you back my wedding rings. Now could you get me back the time I wish I had? And my mama looks at me like I gone crazy. Well, my darling, this is just part of the deal. So first you'll work and clean my house, then raise some babies. And don't you leave that man looking for his next meal. Behind every good man, there's a woman who's tired, keeping the lights on, and she's putting out your fires. And if that is all you wanted now, well, if anyone would do, go on and find someone as desperate as you. What do I do with all this love I have for you? I know I'm better off now that we're through. And when you helped me move my things, I said I hope life treats you well. But when we're handing off the house keys, you said you could rot in hell. Behind every good man, there's a woman who's tired, keeping the lights on and putting out your fires. And if that is all you wanted now, well, if anyone would do. Now, before we go on, I know we're on air, but luckily the story ended well for her. She's got 2 cute little kids. She's never online. She'll never see this. But y'all just don't tell her I said anything, Casey. Don't tell her I said anything about her on stage. She's very introverted, okay?
Well, Dad, I think you're safe on this song. I don't have any jabs to throw at you. Just behave yourself. But I do think my mom is streaming this at home. So, hello, Mom. I want you to know that I'm safe. I'm driving through Texas with the drag queen, and tonight I'll be staying with Beerbo, the beer hobbit, and I'm about to play a song about Jesus smoking weed in the deep red South. Safe here? Oh, close. These snarks. You want to say your tuning joke? Just.
This thing on? Okay, we've had to come up with a few tuning jokes because this often happens when you got 6 guitars on stage, but just while he takes care of that, tuning a guitar is like waiting for an airplane mechanic. Worth it.
In a Bethlehem barn on a Saturday night, a few godly fellows lit up a pipe. Smoke danced round the world like an unholy ghost. Every reefer smoking preacher was anointed and dosed. On the night even Jesus got stoned, you could see smoke from Bethel to Rome. The disciples started thinking, this is better than drinking. On the night even Jesus got stoned. The herb passed around from Peter to Paul, inviting each apostle to hear heaven's call. All of God's children puffed and prayed. But when the pipe got to Judas, he turned it away. On the night even Jesus got stoned, you could see smoke from Bethel to Rome. The disciples started thinking, this is better than drinking. On the night even Jesus got stoned. It came time to break bread and drink up the wine, but the air just got thicker with the vapor of Christ. Soon Muhammad and Buddha were praising it too. Peace be Saint Sativa, and also with you and your spirit. On the night even Jesus got stoned, you could see smoke from Bethel to Rome. The disciples started thinking, this is better than drinking. On the night even Jesus got stoned. Good kush. On the night even Jesus got stoned, his mouth got as dry as a bone. Well, it's cash, grass, or ass in this holy mass. On the night even Jesus got stoned. On the night even Jesus got stoned. On the night even Jesus got stoned. Can I get an amen? Hey.
Amen, indeed. Well, I have a new record that I just finished recording a couple months ago, and I'd love to do a song from it if I may. Thank you. I have the permission of at least one person, so like many of us, I used a Kickstarter campaign to raise money to pay for this album, and a thing I had seen a lot of my singer-songwriter friends do is to offer, you know what a Kickstarter is, right? Where you raise money and you offer rewards back to people for their investment in your album. So one of the rewards I've seen a lot of my friends offer is writing a custom song for someone, which is not really in my wheelhouse. I have one topic I like to write about, and you're looking at her. But you know, it's a cool thing. It's like trendy and whatever. And I was like, oh, I'll throw it on the list, but I'll price it really high, and that way I won't have to do it, but it'll look cool. It'll be there in the mix. And then, of course, someone bought it. And I was like, well, I guess I'm writing a song about somebody else now. So we sat down. I sat down on a Zoom call with this person. Her name is MJ. And MJ and I, we really hit it off, which should have made sense to me. If someone's willing to invest that much in your art, they probably feel a strong connection to it. So we hit it off. We had a lot of resonance in our stories. I took like 5 pages of notes, and then I went away, and I was like, I'm going to write MJ a song. And I did. And I brought it back to her a couple weeks, and I was like, what do you think? And she was like, that is a great start. Yeah. But I said, listen, MJ, you are a paying customer. I want you to be fully satisfied. So I did a couple rounds of revisions with her, and then we got to here. And now this is one of my favorite songs on the record. So this is called Start Again, MJ's song. Where did I come from and where am I going? Where is the mother to show me the way? Held in my body a lifetime of knowing this pain is the price I must pay. So many questions, each one forbidden. I was taught only to listen and trust. I learned to keep my truest self hidden, so deferential and hushed. So where do I begin? Gasping for breath where the air is thin. Who I am both in spite and because of where I've been. Can I start again? I am a traveler finding my pathway, emerging from expectations left behind. Stamp out the past like a stub in an ashtray. From now on, the choices are mine. So where do I begin? At long last inhabiting my own skin. Who I am both in spite and because of where I've been. Can I start again? Again. start again.
We adore her. Thank you, everybody. It's been a pleasure to be here. And back there's a CD. It's called, from my band name from Lawrence is Sugarfoot Detour. That's the name of the band. And I named it that because, well, my band members are on it, but because if you Google Byron James, you have to scroll down about 14 miles. So that's that, and CDs are going out of style, but they make really good coasters too. But anyway, you'll notice on there that I give credit to a woman named Rita Beyer. I was actually married to her at one point, and she is a lyrical genius. So she helps me a lot with these songs, including this one. And this song, she came over and I said, "Hey, look at this." And these were notes from this song from years ago, and she had forgotten all about it. But here it is. And just remember that this song is just as true as it could possibly be. Flint Hills shine from a gibbous moon, a Kansas ride on a night in June, scooting along with the windows down, 50 miles from any town. Well, in the north, a silver light, a spinning disc in a flash of flight. Through a phantom fog, there's a spooky glow like a tiki torch flicker on a patio. It was a bloated craft, kind of bluish gray, a circle burned into prairie hay, and my hairline stood on a prickly neck as I felt the rays of the highest tech. So I said, "What is this? Is this my fate, to be abducted near the interstate?" Well, it hovered close and I gave a shout, and my Buick died and my lights went out. Aliens, 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 what you nabbing me for? Fast as a meteor, I asked that giddy shook shuddering pile of ooze what's in store. The carved runes on my cortex, a blue light in a vortex, and all they said was well, the ship shoved off with an awful speed, pushing time like a lightning steed. Formations of the stars receded to a pattern no one's ever seen. Well, they smothered me with slime like slugs, injected me with trippy drugs. They probed and prodded and sucked my soul as they set their skyboat on cruise control. Well, my head exploded in a fiery dream, and my heart beat wild like a wolverine. And they stared at me with their gooey faces and shook their heads and took their places. Well, they surrounded me, that alien crew, as I felt the sting from a fresh tattoo. They did a U-turn, and the Milky Way headed back to Earth, and I'm here to say, aliens, aliens, alien, what you nabbing me for? Fast as a meteor, I asked that giddy shook shuddering pile of ooze what's in store. The carved runes on my cortex, a blue light in a vortex, and all they said was well, they rooted and hooted and tooted with glee as they branded me poor quality. They said that I don't qualify because I got the brains of a tsetse fly. They said I'm too old-fashioned and analog, and what they meant to get was a shepherd dog. And they said that dogs were more evolved, so why aren't all our problems solved? And then those aliens hit delete and dropped me back in my driver's seat. And those creeps flew off without a word, just left me to shiver like a naked bird. And with a fresh tattoo that stings like hell, a gooey mess and a rancid smell. And now I'm bummed as I reflect. Am I the only space reject? Aliens, aliens, aliens. Thank you so much, and thank you, Ethan, for working under pressure and getting our sound good.
It's kind of a foreign idea. That, frankly, there are a lot of those floating around these days, aren't there? I'm not good at doing math in public, so I don't. But I think this one was written a couple of months into 2017 for context. This is our last round, and I just would like to leave you with a bit of hope. We're gonna see the changes we've been looking for. We're gonna find the common ground we need. We're gonna see the light come on in dark places. And we're going to reach Martin's dream. Some of the young are born now, seeing from the mountaintop, miles above generations, never quite free. Living in history's pages, timing is everything. And we're going to reach Martin's dreams. It's been longer than it's gonna be. Grace falls open, love is breaking free. Let hate be done. We are the ones, hard as that might be to believe. We're going to reach Martin's dream. It's been longer than it's gonna be. Grace falls open, love is breaking free. hatred be done. We are the ones, hard as you find that to believe. We're going to reach Martin's dream.
Well, thank y'all so much for coming out and seeing us here at the Mucky Duck. What a fun night. My name's Katie Boak, and I'm going to do a song called Cold Water. Spend some time apart and do some searching for our souls. Find out if they're meant to be together. Open up your heart and let the love fill in the holes that we have made with all the storms we've had to weather. Now I know it doesn't come easy for you, so I go with the flow and try my best to ignore you. But it's hard keeping busy when you got me feeling so dizzy. But I know you'll come around, I know you'll come around. So here's my troubled mind with your effortless confidence. And though they may tell us that love is blind, baby, this ain't no kind of coincidence. It's a great big world and I'm just one little girl. But I could be yours if you'd open up the doors and you'd let me in. I wanna feel you like cold water on my skin. One too many nights spent tossing, turning till the dawn, doubting when I could be busy dreaming. But just like these city lights, you always turn me on, and I find comfort in the hands of love's redeeming. Now I know it doesn't come easy for you, so I just let it go and let you know I adore you. But it's hard to be strong, baby, when you keep me waiting for so long. But I know you'll come around, know you'll come around. So here's my troubled mind with your effortless confidence. And though they may tell us that love is blind, baby, this ain't no kind of coincidence. It's a great big world and I'm just one little girl. But I could be yours if you'd open up the doors and you'd let me in. I wanna feel you like cold water on my skin. Oh, better not think twice. This ain't no time to be cautious. Jump in the water's nice, let it cleanse and wash us. Win or lose, I'll see this through, but I am fighting for the former. Kiss me quick, 'cause this earth is only getting warmer. So ease my troubled mind with your effortless confidence. And though they may tell us that love is blind, baby, this ain't no kind of coincidence. It's a great big world and I'm just one little girl. But I could be yours, you'd open up the doors and you'd let me in. I wanna feel you like cold water skin. I wanna feel you like cold water on my skin, baby. I wanna feel you like cold water on my skin, yeah. Thank you.
This may come as a surprise to you, but I suffer from bouts of gloominess. Shocking, I know. And every time Byron plays that song, I think it adds about 10 minutes to my life. It's so funny. I love that song. I asked him the first night, I was like, you going to play the Alien song? And he was like, really? You think I should do that one? And he has done me the honor of doing it every night, which really just brings a lot of joy to my heart. What you nabbing me for? This last song is the one I almost always close with. It's the title track off my album that I have out there. It's the only one I have released yet. I actually have one that's about 90% done, but I'm a little short on cash. So if you would like to buy an LP, that'd really be helpful. You don't have to. I'm just glad you're here, but it would be nice. This song, I wrote this song when I wasn't writing songs anymore. It all started. Does anyone know? In the first song, I referenced the Charm Farm. Does anyone know what the Charm Farm is? It's the American Airlines Flight Attendant Training School in Irving, Texas. It's been called that since the 1950s, and both my grandmother, Nani, and me both attended. She completed it. I did not. It's the first thing I ever quit. Wasn't for me, being a flight attendant. It's really scary, really hard, scary job that doesn't pay very much. If you know anyone in aviation, take them out for a glass of wine. Especially with Boeing being weird right now. I don't know. Too topical. Okay, sorry. I quit that, and I really wish I could tell you that that was the worst thing that had happened in that few years. And I really wish I could tell myself then that that would be the end of it. But I just had a really rough couple years. And everything, I got really scared. I was really afraid of everything, you know? I don't know if that happens to you when something bad happens. You just get scared to do anything because you're afraid it's going to be lead to a mistake and it'll feel bad. I was just sort of paralyzed for a couple years. But I did write this song, and I didn't like it. I didn't want to put it on the record. And I showed it to my producer. He was like, we need a hit. He was like, we need like an anchor song. And I was like, well, I don't think this is it. And he looked at me and he was like, this is the best song you've ever written. And I didn't like it because I was in such a bad headspace, but I kind of think of it as a gift now. Like, I just didn't know at the time that it was going to lead to so many good things. This is one of my Kerrville songs. It's got 500,000 streams on Apple Music, so I've made like $30 there. Yeah, like $30 there. And so I sort of like to think of it now in hindsight, you know, I really struggle to find meaning in hardship. The power of positive thinking has not worked on me historically. I just, you know, it's so many awful things happen and it's not our fault at all, and we just have to go around and live with it, you know? But I was really giving myself a gift when I started writing the song, and I just didn't know. So it's kind of a bummer, but keep that in mind, okay? I don't stay out late much anymore. Most nights I'm in by 9 or 10. Hang on, the capo sounded a little wrong. I'm sorry, this is important, you know? It's the last song of my night. My brain turns off when I'm done. That's a joke. I don't stay out late much anymore. Most nights I'm in by 9 or 10. And I don't rant and rave after a drink. You could say that I am saner than I've been. Used to cry at the drop of a hat. I used to feel every single thing. Oh, I will crawl on my knees through broken glass, trying to feel a different kind of pain. But I don't dream quite as hard anymore. Oh, the world don't feel as big as before. loose cannon. You were such a loose cannon, flying high. I always wondered where you'd land. Traveled around for a couple of years, but the road was never a good fit. Every town it felt new for a couple days until I'd fall into that same old bit. Now I live somewhere not so far away, and still it feels just like a different kind of world. From open fields and late night driving, but I swear I am that same old girl. I just don't dream quite as hard anymore. Oh, the world don't feel as big as before. You were such a loose cannon. You were such a loose cannon, flying high. I always wondered where you'd land. I weren't born with no hollow bones, so you know I was never one for flying. I suppose I was falling till I crash landed hard. I tried to keep myself together, but in the end I fell apart. And now I don't dream quite as hard anymore. All the world don't feel as big as before. You were such a loose cannon. You were such a loose cannon. You're flying high. I always wondered where you'd land. You were such a loose cannon. You were such a loose cannon.
Whoa. Figure out this mic here. Figure out this guitar. All right, so I got one more song for you. And we have a tradition where I come from, the Midwest, where when you say goodbye, you take just a little bit too long. And that practice is called a Midwestern goodbye. And I don't know if you guys know it, but we're in the presence of the king of Midwestern goodbyes. David Summers over here, stage right. Whenever I'm trying to leave my dad's house, I have to say goodbye to him in the kitchen, and then the living room, and then the doorway, and then he comes out to my car, and he always wants to know how the car's doing, you know. How are the brakes, you know, the check engine light's on, is that always on? Yeah, it's always on. And he usually lets me go, but one time, and this only happened once, I was pulling out of the driveway, and he flags me down, and I'm like, oh, this must be important. I probably forgot something. Flags me down. I roll down my window, and he goes, did I ever tell you about that tick I got? And he proceeds to tell me a 15-minute story about how he got this tick on his back, and he woke up in the middle of the night, and he was trying to get it off, and he was rubbing up on the freaking fireplace, and had to get a hacksaw out and Anyway, this song's called Midwestern Goodbyes. And it's about how sometimes you hang on to things a little bit longer than you should. That e-cigarette and your mobile phone, things that you can't leave behind when you go. And if it weren't for work and the weekends, you swear that you could throw them away and just say goodbye for good. It might feel like you're stuck here forever, but darling, it don't hurt to try. Just know when you're singing a swan song and when it's a lullaby, and just let go. All we get is time, and I guess love is a Midwestern goodbye. Messed it up. That Honda Accord, made in 2003, that you ran off K10 right into an elm tree. You took your senior pictures perched up on that hood. Still see them tow it away as you say goodbye for good. Well, the glory days don't last forever, but the bad times go away too. See the dogwoods drop leaves in the winter and wait for the red buds to bloom, and just let go. All we get is time, and life's too short for Midwestern goodbyes. That box that I keep stashed under my bed, filled with some letters that you've never read. I once tried to burn them, but they're like a stump of green wood. Still, someday I pray that I'll say goodbye for good. They say broken hearts take a bit longer. We'll know when the moment is right. You left me there at the altar, and then we went out the next Saturday night. And we'll let go. It's okay to take this slow. We've got time for a Midwestern goodbye. And we'll let go. All things heal in time, and I guess love needs a Midwestern goodbye. Needs a Midwestern goodbye. Hope I best get going. Needs a Midwestern goodbye. Just one more beer. Needs a Midwestern goodbye. Did I ever tell you about that tick I got? Needs a Midwestern goodbye. Thank you very much.
A hacksaw? my gosh. Well, I guess I'm closing us out tonight. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with us on this Tuesday. I think we decided it's a Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesday night. Thank you so much for spending it with us. Thanks so much to everyone here at the Mucky Duck for hosting us, to Ethan for the beautiful sound. Thank you so much. And to Kerrville for putting us all on this stage together. We're six lucky folks. I'm going to sing a song for you that at midnight tonight, I am dropping my very first club remix. Are there any clubbers? You look like you've gotten turned at a club before. Look at that. You were like, no, don't look at me, don't talk to me, don't do it. Anyway, I don't know if anyone happens to like house music. I don't, but whatever. I'm a drag queen. You have to release a house club remix at some point in your career. So I'm doing it tonight at midnight for this song, but you're gonna hear the acoustic version. So this is called "What Did You Drag Me Into?" Picture this, an American scene, lost in the cover of a magazine. A Bible Belt baby wanna be a queen. Lord mama tried to keep a little boy clean. She found him with her high heels on, a 2-foot train of green chiffon. That messy lip was overdrawn, it was shocking and obscene. But mama knows that she's been blessed, and she's always done her best to cheer her little angel on, no matter how he's dressed. Now her baby boy is grown, on stage in wigs and silicone. After the show, she's crying, child, what did you drag me into? Oh, yeah. What did you drag me into? I said, oh. Imagine this, it's Christmas Eve, time for the church nativity. Papa's in the front row trying to see, rubs his eyes cause he can't believe. Mary, Mary, Mother Mild is played by a familiar child. His son is walking down the aisle, to a virgin shall conceive. But Papa takes most things in stride, and he works hard to provide. He likes tradition, and when gender roles are clear and codified, so he'll never understand why his son is not a man. All that he can say is, boy, what did you drag me into? Oh, yeah. I was baptized at the age of 12. Under the water, I came under a spell. I heard the Holy Ghost in the chlorine. She said, girl, you better go make a hell of a scene. Yeah. Girl, you better go now. I said, oh, la, la, la. Mama, why you melting down? Some babies show up with a crown, and nothing you can say or do's gonna turn that shimmer down. There ain't no need to be ashamed, but if you want someone to blame, look up to heaven and cry, Lord, what did you drag me into? Oh yeah, what did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? Oh, y'all can sing along now. What did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? What did you drag me into? Oh. Thank you very much. Oh.
Oh, sure. I'm so confused.
It's
Thank you.
they told us they weren't doing
Thank you all so much.